So our presentation is on Tide cleaners. And here's the company overview. So the company first started in 2010 when Tide partnered with Procter & Gamble, and they opened their first 4 Tide Cleaners franchise locations. At first, they began by offering dry cleaning and laundry services, as well as household cleaning items like comforters, curtains, tablecloths, and pillows. So within the next few years, they began to grow. And after successfully launching its first few franchise locations, Tide Cleaners grew really rapidly. And in 2018, they made the Entrepreneurs Franchise 500 list with 77 dry cleaning locations. Today, they're one of the largest dry cleaning franchises in the United States. They have 171 brick and mortar locations and a lot of other smaller operations. Tide Cleaners plans to continue its growth and increase the number of drop-off and pickup locations by the end of this year. They want to increase from 700 to 2,000 locations. And as far as the franchising information and cost, it takes about 14 weeks from start to finish. And to qualify for a franchise, you have to have a minimum of $1.1 million in liquid capital and a net worth of $2 million. Some of the fees include an initial franchise fees of $10,000 per unit, and also a 6.5% fee of the sales and a 4% advertising fee, and of that 2% goes towards national advertising and 2% towards local advertising. Tide Cleaners also offers a conversion incentive program. So if you have an existing laundromat that's not a franchise location, you can choose to turn it into a Tide Cleaners, and they will let you do that without paying royalties to them for the first 6 months of operations. If you don't already have a Tide Cleaners, then you can expect to pay anywhere from $700,000 to $1.6 million for a plant store. And that's the first store that you have to open when you first franchise. After that, you have the options of opening a drop store, or you can open like a micro drop store or a locker only drop store. Here are some of the options they have available.
All right, taking a look at the business model canvas, the value proposition is quick, easy, effective, same-day laundry service. So they stress on the importance of being convenient, affordable, trusted brand, and great customer service. And their key revenue streams are from dry clean and pressed. This goes for like polo shirts, comforters, dress shirts, pair of pants, like you name it, any type of clothing, they got it. And they also do tablecloths. Surprisingly, they do belts. You know, list goes on, and they make numerous amounts of money this way. And their cost structure, they have to pay salaries to their employees. They got fixed expenses such as water, electric, phone, internet, rent, etc. They also have to do advertising, lease improvements, and a minimum of $700K to $1.7 million for a plant store. And key partners, I'm pronouncing this right, but Lions, their background in franchising, real estate development. Casalis, their tax attorney who's relocated in Baltimore to pursue this venture. They also got marketing partners, consolidation cleaners, and they got 2 silent partners as well. Their key activities is word of mouth advertising, laundry repair, wet and dry cleaning. They got car side valet services, pick-up delivery, tailoring, and 24/7 Dropbox. Their key resources, $2 million net worth, 1.1 liquid assets. They also have to spend money on employee training. And for their customer relationships, they offer a loyalty program, and they give member discounts, referral codes, and they also offer discounts via social media. And their channels that they go through is Facebook, Instagram, the Tide app, the physical store, and the Tide website. And customer segments are to retired people, snowbirds, which kind of goes hand in hand, busy people, say families, don't have time to do their laundry, and people without transportation.
So for the new recommendation, we recommend a new Tide Cleaners location in Immokalee. As you noticed in the last one of the weaknesses was the snowbirds, because you have seasons. So they have, if their income fluctuates depending on when the snowbirds are here or not. But with a location like Immokalee, there's plenty of people here year round, especially for the target demographic we're going for. And the commercial property that is available on Main Street receives heavy amounts of traffic daily and could draw in and cater to a new type of customer. With this location, we want to target the working residents who do not have access to vehicles and washing machines. Many of the residents in Immokalee don't have washing machines in their homes or apartments, and a lot of them don't have access to cars either. So they walk to the nearest laundromats with like big laundry baskets over their heads. So this problem creates the perfect opportunity for Tide Cleaners to come with their pickup and delivery services and start a new franchise here. In this area, there's only one other location in that area, in Immokalee, that offers dry cleaning services, but they don't offer nearly as many key activities as the Tide Cleaners does. So this location features an annual average daily traffic of 12,550, and they have a 1,249 feet of frontage on an almost 10-acre lot. So this lot is located within the heavier developed area of Immokalee, so it'll be highly visible and it'll attract a lot of people.
So Tide Cleaners customer lifetime value is basically they had an average of $11 per customer, and that kind of includes all their services averaged together. Each customer's paying roughly $11. Some are cheaper than others. Like I know it's like $1.50, $2.50 to get your belt done, something like that. And every customer kind of has 4 times a month is the usual is kind of the usual rate at which they visit Tide Cleaners, and that's basically once a week. They retain basically 80% of their customers from this with a 20% churn rate, letting us know that their lifetime value is about $528 per customer. Some assumptions to do with this is they're popular in urban centers. They provide services for formal or casual events along with large garments and bedding. That's kind of everything that they go with. And 20% of their customers never return after service has been completed. That's mostly due to people, you know, having weddings or getting large garments done, bedding, stuff like that. Customers tend to find Tide Cleaners by Googling dry cleaners, word of mouth advertisements on social media, or referrals. That's kind of the main reason that they find, you know, local dry cleaners in the area. And for their cost of customer acquisition is roughly $20 per customer, and that is for every $44 spent per month. Tide Cleaner spends $20 per new route customer, which is a 2-to-1 ratio. Ideally, they would want to have a 3-to-1 ratio to kind of bring new customers in and just keep their cash flow increasing from month to month and overall annually. And just a few ways they can do this is the basic stuff, increase their market activities, free trials, coupons, things like that. Find an alternative to advertising on social media. I know social media is basically you're paying per click, and if you could find something cheaper than each click racking up money to bring customers in, it's just going to be a lot more beneficial to you. You're going to bring your costs down per new route customer. And then strategic partnerships with things like department stores or apartment complexes. You can bring their services there and kind of just, you know, over time, just develop new customers to bring into the store, or give people incentives to come in and spend their money on dry cleaning.
So in this transaction roadmap with the customer factory blueprint, you can kind of see the idea of how it might scale. This tool was used on the leanstack.com. So we inserted the previously found numbers for each customer as well as how many years it would take. I put in 10 years just to kind of estimate the duration or how many times. Like seasonal, again, season is a concern here. So, but given that Immokalee is supposed to be on a less snowbird reliant area, the rate of growth might be more rapid than the projected amount here. So acquisition, we're going to assume is 10% because people are maybe a little uncertain when they first start. Then referrals and retention of customers will grow up at a rate of about 10% every year. Ideally, we'd like to achieve 200,048 a month, which is quite a bit, but this is based off of the information given to us by a Naples location, which is also seasonal. So the goal is to reach 500K in 3 years. That way it kind of pays for itself. As franchisees, we would like to implement local signs, maybe some billboards, which is a little different than maybe other cleaners have done. This would bring awareness to those in the area that haven't tried Tide cleaners before. And again, the Tide cleaner ads that they do nationally on TV would also help build the association with the name brand, as well as maybe a local Instagram or social media accounts. That way, if anyone has any questions in the local area, they can build a bond and relationship with the community. The referral program that's already in place is fantastic. Each party receives $25 off for Tide Spin with the referral, and that will help promote people to refer others in the Immokalee area to try out Tide cleaners. Retention, it's really going to be focused on the customer service and the competitive pricing. With those two, they can really give those customers a good opportunity for an option for dry cleaning and possibly even laundry, as Mariana said earlier. Activation, again, great customer service and competitive pricing. People love to save money. With revenue, we want to achieve $8,000 daily. This is about 300 to 400 daily customers. Again, this is in comparison to the Naples location, which would mean that this would be all across the board, not just a seasonal number. This averages to about 2.5 pieces per customer.
So here are some of the overall lessons we learned from class. So at the beginning of class with the cupcake analysis, we learned how important operations and having a good HR department is. It's really important to have manuals in order before you expand. And we also learned from that teamwork is really important. You need to establish a chain of command and delegate tasks, not try to do everything on your own, because that's not a good way to grow. Also with branding, we learned that it's important to establish a credible brand. It helps increase and retain your customers. And in the last case we learned a lot about numbers and how important that is. It's really crucial to the success of your business to know your numbers, because if you don't know your numbers, how much it costs to acquire a customer and to retain a customer, then you really don't. So that goes hand in hand with the growth. And rapid growth is not always the best path for every business. Sometimes you have to slow down and get the inside in order before you can start to grow on a national level. And here's our references.